Hello, welcome. In today's video, we will be doing some missions in the game Greyhack with the tool Exploiter. If you're not familiar with this tool, you can find it in-game through the browser at the website Exploiter, and you just download it here. I already have it, but you just put it here in your bin folder, and that's where you put it. So let's get started. So first you'll pull it up, whichever file you have it in, and first you just want to do prepare. And what that does is that takes you off your network that you're on, and it'll hide you behind several computers. So see, that hopped me off of my original network that I was on, and it put me onto a different computer. So now I'm working off a different router, so it'll be harder for anybody to trace me. So, and we can even, if we want to even be safer, we can just say corrupt logs, and that will corrupt the logs of any device that we're on. So let's go ahead and get started with these missions here. We're going to pick like 3 of them here because they're going to go pretty fast. These do not require like a reverse shell or anything. They're going to be simple missions. We're going to do a police record mission, level 1. We're going to do a academics change, and we will do this credentials needed. If anybody saw the last video, we did a credentials needed for a particular user, and we just used the tools that were given to us from the beginning, which was whois, and we just sent an email and got the password really easy. But see, if you notice this one, they want the credentials of any user, so we don't have a name to go off of. But this is really easy with Exploiter, so it'll be an easy $290. So we're going to go ahead and accept that one also. So let's go to our email here, and we'll start off with this credentials needed one. So what we want to do first is, so we can do this nmap here, and if you want to see which devices are connected to the network, you can put -D, and then it will tell you which devices are connected to the network. So first off, what we want to do is we want to scan. See, we're looking for this computer right here. We want 192.168.0.2. So it looks like it's right here, port 80, the HTTP. So what we want to do is we want to scan this. We're going to go ahead and scan port 80. Okay, and so what that did was that went ahead and scanned it. And so looks like we have a guest shell right here, because if we look, the IP right here matches, so, and the LAN matches right here, the one we're looking for. So what we want to do is we want to jump to 10, because if you see right here, this is the one we want to jump to. And then we're going to run chainsaw, which is going to get us our password, our login parameters. and if we run -L, which is login, it will automatically log us in. See, and if you notice there, right here, it gives us the password. So we go ahead and copy that down, and we can come over here, and if we remember, it says it wants the credentials of any user. So we can go ahead and reply to that, pop that in, send it out. We're done. That was an easy 290 bucks. So, and we can go ahead and delete that because we're done with it. I mean, if we want, we can run this. We can say files bank, and it will give us the files for, or it will give us the information of their bank accounts there. And then we can do crack, and we can crack their codes, get their passwords, and we can funnel all that into our NPC accounts if we have one going. We won't be going over that today. We can do that in a future video if everybody would like, and then I can show you how to safely put that into your own account. But you can, that's also something else you can do. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and corrupt the logs. So, and if anybody's wondering how I'm doing that, cycling through, you just push up and down on your arrow keys, and that will go through anything you've already typed in. So we're going to corrupt the logs, and we're done with that. So we're going to move on to our next mission, which is the academic records. So we're going to do the same thing. We are going to nmap it. And with these academic missions, it doesn't really matter which computer you get into. So you can basically take your pick. The files will be accessible on any computer, but if you notice, it's the same computer. Actually, let's see. Let's try that again. So yeah, okay. So yeah. We're going to go ahead and scan for, we'll start with port 25, see if we can get a shell on that one. We can't forget to put in our IP address. So see. Alright, looks like we got a shell on 20. So we're going to go ahead and jump to 20. And we're going to do the same thing we did last time. Got us a shell into the computer that we're looking for. So let's go ahead and we're going to open, because that's the command on this exploiter. You use open, and we're going to go do, we don't have to do the direct path, we can just use File Explorer. It open right there. So we're going to go straight to student viewer, and we need to find the student, Raimundo. There he is. So he wants his grade in programming to approved at the very least. So he's only at a 2.9. So let's go ahead and give him a 9. Since he's paying us for it, we'll go ahead and do that. So we're going to go ahead and reply. We don't have to put anything in the box. You can if you want, but customer satisfied with the job. We're done. We could delete this, close this out. We're done here. Same thing, you can browse around here if you want, see if there's anything interesting, you know. Also here you can take the bank files. Same thing, we're going to corrupt the logs. That way it's harder to follow us. Alright, it's another mission down. So next we're going to do our final mission here. We're going to do this police mission. We're going to nmap it first. So we're going to go ahead and try to get a shell on port 80. We're going to scan it. So it looks like we do have a shell. We can go ahead and jump 37. Alright, so same thing, we're just gonna go ahead and open File Explorer, open up the police record here, find Elmer, there he is, and let's see, he wants to modify the charge of aggression so it's the date of the crime is 10 years before it was committed. So it was committed in 1994, so we need to change that to 1984. Let's go ahead and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and save that. Go ahead and reply. The customer satisfied with the job. And there we've done some quick, easy missions, made some quick, easy money with this tool exploiter, some level 1 missions. And in the next video, if you like, we can do some level 2 missions that require some reverse shells. And I can go over some other tools that you can find in game. Thank you.